Hey everyone, welcome to a Good e-Reader comparison video. My name is Michael.
This is Peter.
We have here the Amazon Kindle Oasis 2nd generation and the 1st generation. So 1st generation we'll take a look at first, but suffice to say 6-inch e-reader, 7-inch e-reader, dust-proof, waterproof, can play audiobooks, Bluetooth connectivity. Let's start here.
Yeah, so you'll be wondering why there's a case on this one. Is because you really don't have much of a choice. The majority of the milliamperage or the battery capacity is inside this case. It is attached via these 5 pins. For the remainder of this video, we're not going to have this case on because there is a little bit of power on this. We'll look at the Kindle Oasis 1st generation first. You have the 5 contact pins for charging and holding a charge via the extended case. You have the power button and the micro USB port on the top. Nothing on the bottom, nothing on any of the sides. Very thin, you'll see. And both of these devices have a very oversensitive gyroscope that you cannot turn off. The new Oasis has split up the USB and the power button. They both have manual page turn buttons, and they both have flush screen and bezel, and they both have that very overactive gyroscope. The back of the 2nd generation Oasis is a very nice aluminum looking kind of brushed steel, and that's basically what these things are. They don't really sit very well because they are angled like that, so they will always sit at an angle.
The UI is pretty similar. Amazon recently introduced a firmware update that pretty well changed the home screen and made it pretty normalized. In terms of the library, you have sorting options here. You also have options here as well. So you can see that the new Kindle Oasis has way more sorting options. You can sort comic books, Audible books. You know, you can just basically see the differences here. Here's the store. Now you can see that the new Oasis performs better. So let's like click on this at the same time. We'll just click on one. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the new Kindle Oasis, the larger one here, if you're just joining us, is faster in every single way than any other Kindle that has ever been made. So we have the exact same settings on both of these. We're just going to do a page turn test. So I'm going to press both the physical page turns at the same time. So this one kind of does like a fade in, fade out. This one just pops like immediately. So much quicker on the new Oasis. We'll go to the top here and look at the text options. You'll notice one thing that's different. We have a bold on here. You can actually bold everything as you see fit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Whereas Amazon has an Ember bold font on here.
Right, so it's a dedicated bold, but you actually can't change the thickness of it. Page settings, you have similar options: alignment, margins, spacing, and reading options. You can have location and book, percentage like you see here, or you can actually delete all that and choose none. Pressing and holding will allow you to do, let me get one here, will allow you to do highlights and notes. So keyboard's the same on both of these guys. You can long press and go to the more section. You get open dictionary, you get report content error, and you can actually swipe over to the left and right, and you can go to translations and Wikipedia and everything kind of all under one roof.
Xray for books is something that's pretty popular, although Amazon's introduced Xray for almost everything.
Right.
Xray for movies, for television shows. It's on Amazon, like their television system,
right.
Their Fire TV.
The thing that the new Oasis does in Xray that the previous iterations don't are it actually pulls all the images from a book and collects them if there are any images. So for example, you see images here, we only have the cover, but if you had, you know, if it's a movie iteration, you'll have screenshots of movies or maybe the author and stuff like that. So for the settings, you'll see that something very different happened with the wireless connectivity. We have wireless and Bluetooth. So what you can do is actually enable your Bluetooth, have control over it, and you can see we were reading some audiobooks under Michael's wireless Beats headphones. So wireless speakers, wireless headphones, you actually have capability to connect to them. However, you can't connect to things like iPhones or Android devices because it actually doesn't have the ability to connect to them completely.
This does have the ability to shop a dedicated Audible store here, so obviously this doesn't, even though that this can connect up via a dongle to do Kindle for voice.
That's right. Recently the Amazon dongle came out where you can plug in a 3.5mm headphone jack into the USB. It actually does not work for the here and now on the new Oasis. It does work on the older one. So the camera is not lying. This one, because we're in the same shot here, same degrees of Kelvin, this one actually is far more blue than this one. This is a very pale white. This is a very, very cool white, which ends up being very blue. So on both of these guys, you do get the functionality to adjust the brightness. And you'll also notice while we're here on the top bar, you have airplane mode, sync, and all settings, but you also have Bluetooth. So that's a kind of a quick key to get to your Bluetooth wireless speakers.
Yeah, so I really do think that the second generation Kindle Oasis has a better front-lit display. That's partly because of the LEDs. It has 12 LED lights, so that's probably why it's a bit better of a front light experience. I believe that the Voyage has 8. Hopefully you've liked this comparison. If you think we've missed anything, or if you want to see anything in future videos, drop a comment below. For GoodieReader.com, my name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Everybody take care.